So, class, yesterday we talked about the different stages of life within insects and amphibians, and how the life cycles they go through are a little bit different, right? Well, we're not done with life cycles just yet. Can you think of anything else that's alive? Maybe something that is structured very differently? Maybe something with very differently structured cells? How about a plant? Well, kind of like how insects start off as eggs, plant embryos start off in seeds. The seed is usually hard on the outside and contains some food that little plant embryo will use for energy while in the seed, too. The seeds are the first stage of plant life. The next stage is called seed dispersal. In this stage, seeds must be moved away from the parent plant in order to grow. It's good for both the parent plant and the seed because there's less competition for the nutrients in the soil and the water. This usually happens by the wind blowing the seed, like in this picture right here. But if it's close to water, the seeds can sometimes be transported by moving water also. The stage after this is called germination. Germination is when the seed changes from a seed and into a plant. Using the food inside of the cell, it begins to grow roots and things essential to the life of a seed. This is kind of like our stage of being inside the womb, as we're slowly growing into beings that look like a human. Now the fourth stage is called the seedling stage. This is a really, really young plant that has developed its first 2 leaves, as you can see in the pictures here, which allows it to perform photosynthesis. Remember where this occurs? The chloroplast. Now the last stage in the life cycle of a plant is the same as it is in humans. It's called an adult. As it produces more and more food as a seedling, the plant will grow into an adult. It will often look a lot different from how it did as a seedling. Plants that are adults often produce flowers, and eventually, pollen forms on them. Now, you know that plants must reproduce in order to be alive, one of the 5 characteristics of life, but they don't reproduce like we do at all. This pollen that forms is eventually transported to a female plant by bugs carrying it, or wind, things like that. In that way, new seeds can be developed.